In the heart of every seed lies the potential for an incredible harvest. All it needs is the right guidance to break through the soil, reach towards the sun and flourish. Today we delve into the world of gardening, a place where patience, care, and a bit of knowledge can yield the fruits of your labor. So get ready to roll up your sleeves, dig in, and join us as we discover the secrets to transforming a tiny seed into a bountiful garden. Every great garden starts with a plan. As an aspiring gardener, the first step in your journey is to envision what you would like to grow. Do you dream of a vegetable patch, a fruit orchard, or perhaps a sea of flowers? Or maybe a combination of all three? The choice is yours, and it's a delightful one to make. Next, consider the space at your disposal. No plot of land is too modest for a garden. Even a small balcony can host a surprising variety of plants in pots, hanging baskets, or vertical planters. On the other hand, if you're lucky enough to have a large backyard, think about how you can best utilize it. Raised beds, perhaps, or dedicated zones for different types of plants. Now, it's time to ponder how much time you can realistically dedicate to your garden. Remember, plants, like all living things, need care and attention to thrive. Some plants require more care than others, so choose your plants wisely. Finally, sketch out a rough layout of your garden. This doesn't have to be a work of art. It's just a way to visualize your garden and plan where each plant will go. From small pots on your balcony to raised beds in your backyard, every space holds the potential for growth. All it takes is a bit of planning, a dash of imagination, and a whole lot of love. Selecting the right plants is crucial and can mean the difference between a flourishing garden and a failing one. But don't worry, it's not as daunting as it sounds. With a few key considerations, you can select plants that are perfectly suited to your garden. First, consider your climate. Each plant has a preferred climate where it thrives best, from the chill-loving broccoli to the sun-basking tomato. Understand your local weather patterns and choose plants that are well adapted to them. If you live in a region with mild winters, hardy winter vegetables could be a great choice. On the other hand, if your summers are hot and dry, opt for plants that can withstand the heat, like peppers or zucchini. Next, think about your soil type. Is it sandy, clayey, or loamy? Each soil type has its own set of advantages and challenges. For instance, sandy soil drains quickly, making it ideal for plants that don't like wet feet, such as lavender or rosemary. Clay soil, on the other hand, retains water for longer periods, which is great for moisture-loving plants like ferns or hydrangeas. Now let's talk about sun exposure. How much direct sunlight does your garden get each day? Full sun? Partial sun? Shade? Most vegetables prefer full sun, but there are plenty of shade-tolerant plants out there too, like lettuce, spinach, or mint. Don't forget, some plants like morning sun and afternoon shade, while others prefer the opposite. Finally, when choosing plants, it's a great idea to lean towards native plants or those that are well suited to your local environment. These plants have evolved to thrive in your specific climate and soil type, and they're likely to be more resistant to local pests and diseases. Plus, they'll contribute to preserving your local biodiversity, which is a win-win for you and the environment. Remember, gardening is an experiment, and it's okay to try different plants to see what works best in your garden. The key is to observe, learn, and adapt. And before you know it, you'll have a garden that's not only beautiful, but bountiful. Opt for native plants or those well-suited to your environment for the best results. The secret to a thriving garden lies beneath your feet. The soil, that seemingly simple layer of earth, plays a crucial role in your garden's success. It nourishes your plants, providing the vital nutrients they need to grow strong and healthy. To prepare your soil, you'll want to start by removing any rocks or debris. Next, you'll want to loosen it up. You can use a garden fork or a tiller for this task. By breaking up the soil, you're making it easier for your plant's roots to penetrate deeply, helping them to soak up water and nutrients more effectively. Once your soil is loose and free from rocks, it's time to enrich it. This is where compost comes in. Compost is organic matter that has decomposed, and it's a fantastic natural way to improve your soil's fertility. Simply spread a layer of compost over your soil and work it in. This will add nutrients and improve the soil's structure, allowing it to hold water better. Now that your soil is prepared, it's time to plant. Whether you're planting seeds or seedlings, depth is vital. As a general rule, seeds should be planted at a depth twice their width. For seedlings, dig a hole deep enough to cover the root ball. Then, place the seedling in the hole, backfill with soil, and press gently around the base of the plant. Remember, plants are living things, and they need room to grow, so give your plants ample space to spread their roots and leaves. And when you're planting, always handle your plants gently to avoid damaging them. And there you have it. With your soil prepared and your plants in the ground, you've taken a significant step towards a bountiful harvest. But remember, gardening is a journey, and it's the care you provide along the way that really makes the difference. Preparing your soil with compost and planting your seeds or seedlings at the right depth can make all the difference. Water is life, and knowing when and how much to water your plants is key. It's not just about dousing your plants with a hose and hoping for the best, it's about understanding the needs of each plant and providing the right amount of hydration to encourage growth. Let's start with a basic rule. It's better to water deeply and less frequently than to give your plants a little sprinkle every day. Why? Because watering deeply encourages roots to grow deeper into the soil, making plants more resilient and better able to withstand dry spells. How do you know when your plants need water? A simple test is to stick your finger about an inch into the soil. If it's dry, it's time to water. If it's still moist, you can wait. Remember, overwatering can be just as harmful as underwatering. Now let's talk about watering techniques. Drip irrigation is a fantastic method, especially for larger gardens. It delivers water directly to the base of your plants, reducing water waste and preventing the spread of disease. For smaller gardens or potted plants, a watering can or hose with a gentle spray nozzle will do the trick. But water is only part of the equation. Your plants also need food to grow strong and healthy. That's where fertilizers come in. Organic fertilizers are a great choice. They're made from natural materials like compost, bone meal, and seaweed, and they provide a slow, steady supply of nutrients to your plants. When applying fertilizers, follow the package instructions carefully. Too much can harm your plants, while too little might not provide the necessary nutrients. A good rule of thumb is to feed your plants every 4 to 6 weeks during the growing season. Pair this with organic fertilizers, and you're on your way to a healthy, productive garden. Remember, gardening is about patience and care. Take the time to understand your plant's needs and they'll reward you with a bountiful harvest. Keep pests at bay with organic solutions, an essential step in ensuring your garden stays healthy and productive. While pests are a natural part of any garden ecosystem, they can become problematic if left unchecked. Consider organic methods to manage these uninvited guests. For instance, introducing beneficial insects like ladybugs and lacewings can help control aphids, while certain plant companions can deter pests naturally. And let's not forget about birds, our feathered allies in pest management. A strategically placed bird feeder can attract these natural pest controllers to your garden. Remember, balance is key. We're not looking to create a pest-free garden, but rather a balanced ecosystem where plants and animals coexist in harmony. Now, onto the moment we've all been waiting for, harvesting. This is when the fruits of your labor quite literally come to life. Knowing when to harvest is crucial. Too soon, and your produce may not be ripe. Too late, and it may be overripe. Harvesting times can vary widely among different plants, so it's essential to do a bit of research. Generally, vegetables and fruits are ready to harvest when they're full-sized and have rich, vibrant colors. And there it is, the culmination of your efforts. A bountiful harvest. There's nothing quite like the taste of vegetables and fruits fresh from your garden. With these expert tips, you're well on your way to maximizing your harvest. From planting your garden, picking the right plants, preparing the soil, watering and feeding your plants, to managing pests and harvesting your bounty, every step is crucial in this gardening journey. It's a process that requires patience and care, but the rewards are immeasurable. Remember, every gardener was once a beginner, and with a bit of patience and care, you too can transform your green space into a source of pride and joy.